Generations, the store whose best trained sales staff ensures you'll get the right mattress and the one with zero interest financing. The Sleep Shop's Labor Day sales event inside Downtown Appliance Home Center.
The lights, the field, the fans. Nothing compares to ABC 17's Sports Zone Football Friday.
Your home for high school football.
From the tackles to the touchdowns, we're giving you all the highlights.
Complete coverage of your favorite Mid-Missouri teams all in one spot. ABC 17 Sports Zone Football Friday.
Only on ABC 17 News at 10 on KMIZ.
ABC 17 Sports Zone Football Friday is sponsored by Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer.
Got so much talent and nobody really recognizes it. The whole world don't know what we're able to do, so really we're just trying to showcase that.
I mean, win the starting job. I mean, that's the goal number one.
I think a part of the competition is being the best leader. So I think that's just a part of it. The offense is going to look up to you. The defense is going to look up to you.
We're not trying to prove that individually we're talented. We know that we've had talent on this football team. We want to prove that collectively we belong in our league.
The ABC 17 Sports Zone Special Thursday night kickoff at the ZOU starts now.
For the Tigers, it's Eli.
What is up, everyone? Welcome into the second annual Thursday night kickoff at the ZOU. Things are bumping here. They're announcing the starting lineups. Mizzou set to kick off against South Dakota in just about 30 minutes time. I'm joined alongside ABC 17 Chanel Porter. Chanel, outside the stadium with the tailgates, how things are looking out there, Chanel?
Yeah, Natalie, about 30 minutes ago, I would say it's bumping, but the good news is they're headed your way. Looking here behind me, it's starting to clear out. I see fans starting to pour into that stadium. I would say at this point, they're pretty ready to go. Well, it's year 4 for head coach Eli Drakewitz, and ever since he got here, the storyline has been the same, leading into every season. Who will be his starting quarterback? We've been following that, plus we've been following a deep wide receiver room and a lot of veterans returning on defense.
Storyline, Chanel. I know, of course, the quarterback competition, that's at the top of your guys' list. We will get to that in a second. For now, though, let's get to that injury report, Chanel.
Yeah, a lot on this list. Not too many, thankfully, getting out of fall camp with not too many injuries. Safety J.C. Carlisle is listed as questionable. Out this week, though, a big one here. Linebacker Chad Bailey, running back Michael Cox, wide receiver Peanut Houston, and offensive lineman Bency Polgar. Bailey, a huge loss to this defense. It was announced last week that he would be out for 21 days after getting surgery on a soft tissue injury.
To the topic I know you guys have all been waiting for. It is the quarterback competition. It's been dwindled down to 2. Brady Cook, the incumbent in this race, redshirt freshman Sam Horde. Sam Horde's the guy that people have been calling for since really last season, but you can't look past Brady Cook. He has the experience coming into this ball game, really going into today. It could be anyone's starting job.
The reality of it is no quarterback took themselves out of the race.
The competition, absolutely no one wants to get involved with.
Well, I don't know nothing about the quarterback. Like, what's going on? Who gonna start? I'm just on the team.
I'm not sure, so
2 quarterbacks have stood out after weeks of fall camp.
I think in the past, we announced a starter, and I think right now we're in a situation where it's a continual battle.
Brady Cook and Sam Horn are both expected to get a shot against South Dakota.
Some of the plays that Brady will make when he's live. Same thing with Sam. There's a couple of plays he extends. We'll see both of them, I anticipate, in the first game, and then kind of play it from there.
Cook is the incumbent in this year's race. The St. Louis native captured his childhood dream of being MU's starting quarterback last season. He started in all 13 games last year. He finished the season with 2,724 passing yards, along with more than 500 yards on the ground and 20 total touchdowns. Cook also threw 7 interceptions, though.
but he did play most of the season with a torn labrum, an injury he got in the second game of the season against Kansas State.
It was really hard, and just mentally, it was probably even harder knowing I wasn't able to give my full, reflection of who I was, but, it's just a part of the game.
His competition is the most popular player on any football team in America, the backup quarterback.
The biggest thing is, win the starting job and keep everybody, keep the team connected, create that brotherhood.
Horn only hit the field for one series last season, but he did get a full spring to lead the offense himself as Cook recovered from shoulder surgery.
I'm just excited to get the pads on and go, because we're going to be dangerous, I'll tell you that much.
The decision will definitely come down to more than just what's on the field. Coach Drinkwitz says Cook is a born leader.
I think he's a natural leader. His gas meter is through the roof.
But overall, it's something Horn is still growing as a younger quarterback.
Sam's having to develop that with, being a good teammate, getting to know the guys.
Drinkwitz says he's not afraid to go with a couple quarterbacks for a couple games this season. So safe to say it could even stretch beyond Thursday night kickoff.
Hey, I've been here before. I've competed for a job before, and I've been here.
Brady Cook, he has been here before, and he'll do it again here at Thursday night kickoff. Chanel, whoever the quarterback ends up being, Sam Horn, Brady Cook, we do know they'll be working under a new offense. Kirby Moore coming in the house tonight hot.
Yeah, definitely a lot of excitement around this offense. I think we'll all be glad to hear that their biggest promise this offseason was that this season their biggest priority is to get in the end zone a lot more. That's definitely needed after last season, but it'll also free up more time for head coach Eli Drinkwitz to be more of a game manager. Moore joined the staff just this past January after spending the last 6 seasons in various roles out at Fresno State. No doubt, he's definitely an up-and-coming name in this industry.
The big keys for us are still going to be offensively taking care of the ball, being more explosive, and scoring more in the red zone. And those are things we're going to track daily.
A big emphasis has been putting us in different situations, whether it's end of game, 1 minute left, end of half, different red zone situations, 3rd down, 4th down. And the offense has done a great job of converting. With that, a lot more explosive plays. We're tracking our explosive play percentage, which has been a big emphasis. Obviously, we need to push the ball down the field. We need to be efficient in the run game. And, we've really been able to see all of that in camp.
He's got an absolutely gorgeous night to work. I don't know about you guys. I might get a little chilly out here. John, Chanel, how's the night going to look? I'm curious.
I'm not going to complain about this chilliness. John, I'm just thankful this game wasn't last week at this time. We'll take the breeze, right?
I'll take the breeze. We've had our game tent here kind of blowing in the wind. We've had a lot of flags moving around. It's a sign of that cooler air moving in, and that's what we have here this evening. This time last week, it would have been, we were out live at Rockbridge, and it was hot, felt like triple digits. Tonight, none of that. We're at 79 at the Lake of the Ozarks. Take a live look out on our lake camera. 79, feeling like 79. That really tells the story there, doesn't it? Our temperatures and our dew points, our temperatures and our feels like temperatures, I should say, right there together. Now, let's take a live look, a little bit a broader picture across the board here this evening. We're talking about temperatures across the board in the upper 70s, low 80s, 80 in Jefferson City, 78 in Columbia. Now, as we look forward tonight, things are cooling down later on this evening. We expect temperatures to fall by the end of the game into the 60s. We're talking maybe 66 by around 10 o'clock or so. That's going to be for your walk, maybe back downtown to your car, wherever you're parked. It's going to be maybe a bit chilly for some folks, but nothing compared to where it'll be early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, we're talking temperatures down into the 50s for some. By the time we get to tomorrow afternoon, though, we're back right where we are now. Maybe a few degrees warmer, but noticeably, it'll be about the same. That's what it's going to feel like. And then we're talking about highs in the upper 80s as we head into the weekend, maybe even some 90s in the forecast as we get towards the end of the weekend. So warmer weather's on the way. We're going to talk about that and our next chance for rain here in a little bit.
Looking forward to it, John. Well, now we have broken down the offense, but what about the strong returning group that is on that Mizzou defense? After the break, we're talking about what Blake Baker and company are hoping to bring in year 2 in Columbia.
We
we've never been good at keeping secrets. Like how Sonic's new Bacon Peppercorn Ranch Grilled Cheeseburger with small fries or tots is just $3.99. Oops, burger's out the bag. Sonic Bacon Peppercorn Ranch Grilled Cheeseburger deal for $3.99.
When I hit 80, I needed help around the home. A friend of mine told me to call Freedom Care, and they'll pay my granddaughter to take care of me.
Funded by Medicaid, Freedom Care allows people to choose who provides their care, and the caregiver gets paid instantly after their shift.
Life is sweeter with her around.
Nana gave me so much joy as a child. Now it's my turn to return the love.
Call now to find out benefits and pay, and how fast you can get started.
So, you want to have a party? Sounds fun. What are we gonna do? Dance party? Karaoke? Oh, edibles? Well, I guess.
Stop. While drugs and alcohol may seem like an adventurous way to liven up the party, they're actually not. These things, such as edibles, will not only harm you, but they will harm those around you. There are so many ways that you can have fun without including harmful and illegal things such as edibles.
It's been said that some things get better with age. A taste that only gets more refined. In life, good things take time. And this love story is worth the wait. He's Gary, your first golden bachelor.
I don't always date 20 women at once, but I'm about to.
There comes a time in every dip's life when it's ready to leave the slow cooker, even buffalo chicken dip. So we put juicy chicken, buffalo sauce, and melty cheese in a portable crispy golden shell. Runaway dip, you're free now. Sonic $2.99 buffalo chicken dip bites.
ABC 17 Storm Track weather can be heard on Zimmer radio stations, like your #1 hit music station, Y107.
Welcome back, everyone. A lot of big storylines tonight, Chanel. It's about kickoff time. We got some people parachuting down into the stadium. Chanel, we better talk quick. I think this game is about to start pretty soon here.
Yeah, Natalie, definitely a lot of fans headed your way, but we have to talk about Coach Drinkwitz. You know, it's year 4 here in Columbia. He's got his taste of SEC football. He's got his feet wet a bit. What do you think are some of the big things that, you know, he has to accomplish this year to prove to fans that he belongs here?
Yeah, Chanel, you know, year 4 is going to be a very big year for Eli Drinkwitz. I think, you know, after years of going 500, he's going to need more results, maybe get to 7 wins. I know a lot of people would like to see 8 wins, but I think you get above that 500 mark. That's really what you can ask for. You got to do more than just make a bowl game. You got to get above that hump, and I know the team has been talking about it all offseason. That is what they're hoping to see. They want to get over that hump of the 500 mark. But I know one group that people are very excited about, Chanel, this defense. Blake Baker headed into year 2. How excited are we about this defense, Chanel?
I think it's so exciting. I'm going to call it a money year. You know, it's a money year for so many guys on this team. They're trying to prove what they can do this year and how they can take that talent to the next level and to the NFL. We have guys like Darius Robinson, Jaden Jernigan up front. They're going to dominate. And then we have guys in the backfield. It doesn't get much better than a duo like Chris Abrams-Drain and Ennis Rakestraw back there. Last year, Blake Baker said it was really about learning the scheme during fall camp, but this year it was more player-led. These guys know the scheme, and it's really just about getting those younger guys now up to speed. But
Chanel, I may have lost you here. Can't really hear you in my headset. It's getting loud, but I do want to point out.
All right, sounds like Natalie is in that stadium and she is losing us a little bit. It's getting loud in there, but we're going to talk a little bit more about Coach Moore and the quarterbacks. I mean, Coach Moore entering this first season, he's coming in from Fresno State. The offense last year was managed from Coach Drinkwitz, but now there's a lot more that's happening. Natalie, do I have you? Let's talk a little bit about the quarterbacks if you're still there. All right, I guess I don't have her. We're going to talk talk a little bit about the defense. Mizzou historically has had a lot of strong defense from the Gary Pinkel eras dating back to all the way in the 1960s. A lot of strong defenses that has led Mizzou to some bowl games, and that's really what this defense is hoping to do this year. They want to get over that 500 hump. Like I said, it's a money year for these guys, and they want to prove that even with those historic defenses, they can be the best defense that has ever came through Mizzou.
We want to win. We're trying to get over that hump.
9 starters coming back on the Mizzou defense. Many have been here through 2 6 and 7 seasons and 2 500 years on top of that. But what will it take to make this year different?
We had some games where we was 1 play away, Georgia and Florida State.
That's really changed the game is the turnover margin, so we need to be able to get the ball back and give it back to our offense.
Usually entering a new season, we're asking who will be the leaders on the team. But this group isn't lacking leadership.
When we get off the field, we all know how to correct each other. We all hold each other accountable.
So instead, they lean on each other more to improve.
The future is going to be based upon whether or not we can get our young guys to catch up to speed as the older guys. Well, when you got 4 or 5 older guys around in the room, your young guys going to take that big jump like this.
It being a player-led program, player-led defense, it's not me necessarily having to turn around and jump on a kid because he's not paying attention. It usually is being told by an older guy already, which that's what you want. When you have that, you got something special.
In one season, Blake Baker took the defense from being a doormat to being a top 35 defense, allowing 340 yards and 25 points per game. This group has spent the last several months building on last year's success.
It's comfortability and trust. You trust everybody that's on the field. You got to trust your 11. Since we've already been out there, we fully know, all right, I feel like I know what he's going to do off of this look. So it's just a little bit simpler for us to play fast.
We want to be more consistent. We were inconsistent. We probably start out hot, ended out bad, or vice versa. So we just focusing on being more consistent this year.
But now it's time to flip the page.
Last year was last year. We're looking to kind of create a new, identity and new standards for ourselves.
Everyone on the outside has expectations for what this group should be. But they've set the expectations higher than anyone, saying they won't settle for anything less than being the best.
We always want to be the most physical team in the country. We always want to be the hardest playing team in the country, and then everything else will fall into place.
Death row is nothing to play about. You got to be fast, physical, and you got to be ready to work. Everybody works hard, but what's going to be our level of detail, level of execution, because that's going to be the difference.
Well, it's time to take all of that talking and put it out on the field. Let's talk a little bit about the competition here. Bob Nielsen is leading the Coyotes in his 8th season. Last year, they went 3-8 overall and 2-6 in conference play, and they're hoping to improve on that in their first game here tonight at Mizzou. Despite last year's challenges, the Coyotes are returning a healthy amount of starters from last year's campaign. That includes starting quarterback Aiden Bauman. During the offseason, Coach Nielsen added Josh Davis as his offensive coordinator. He was actually a national championship winning coach last season at South Dakota State. Now, here's a few players to watch out for tonight. These 3 were listed as preseason All-Americans. Junior cornerback Miles Harden, senior linebacker Brock Moggensen, and senior linebacker Stephen Heels. Here's what Nielsen had to say about the matchup.
A very talented football team, experienced offensive line, returning talent and skilled players. I think they're, both at the running back and receiver positions, very deep. And so be a tremendous, challenge for our football team to play against the kind of talent and experience that they have and on the road and one that we're going to have to be ready for.
Well, there's a specific motto floating around the Mizzou locker room. I'm sure you've heard it by now. STP, something to prove. It's been fueling this team all off season. They're hoping to bring it to the field tonight. We're talking more about it after the break.
Gas. Fuel life simply.
Save big money and get 11% off everything at Menards. Sylvania's True Wave LED bulbs provide the closest lighting to natural sunlight. They help you feel better and see things easier. Receive $10 instant savings with a purchase of $40 or more on Sylvania True Wave LED bulbs. Upgrade your home with new outlets from Legrand. Charge more of your devices without the need for bulky AC adapters. Pick up this USB outlet for $32.92 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT TurboMax pickups, or get $7,500 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Everybody loves August at Buckeye. Buyers Club members get 12% rebate on your entire purchase every day in August. Pick up your pet food, get 12% rebate. Grab a snack and a tool to get the job done, get a 12% rebate. Heck, you could pick up a gun safe and get a 12% rebate. Whatever you need, get a 12% rebate every day in August at Buckeye. Sign up today at buckeyes.com.
Get the latest alerts for your location with the ABC 17 Storm Track weather app. You'll be the first to know when severe weather is on the way. Download the free app today.
September 7th through the 10th, don't miss the 60th Annual Steam Engine Show. Hosted by the Missouri River Valley Steam Engine Association in Boonville. It's fun for the whole family, from steam engines to kerosene tractors, and farming demonstrations from times past. This year's feature is Alice Chalmers. Be sure to stop by our swap meet, and don't forget the tractor pulls. Admission is only $10. Kids 12 and under are free. We'll see you September 7th through the 10th at the Brady Showgrounds, I-70, exit 111 in Boonville.
Let's break the cycle of hunger together, because everyone should be welcome at the table. Learn more at nourishingneighbors.com.
The lights, the field, the fans. Nothing compares to ABC 17's Sports Zone Football Friday.
Your home for high school football.
From the tackles to the touchdowns, we're giving you all the highlights.
Complete coverage of your favorite Mid-Missouri teams all in one spot. ABC 17 Sports Zone Football Friday.
Only on ABC 17 News at 10 on KMIZ.
ABC 17 Sports Zone Football Friday is sponsored by Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer.
Barrel Gas. Fuel life simply.
Welcome back, everyone, to Thursday night kickoff at the Zoo. If you've been following along with us this offseason, I'm sure that you've heard the phrase STP. Something to Prove has been powering this and defense throughout the offseason, and they're hoping to continue that here tonight at Faroe Field against South Dakota. A lot of these players made the decision to stay in Columbia for their final seasons with hopes of fueling the Something to Prove motto. Whether this comes from the defense, with veterans trying to prove that they're ready to play at the next level, or the offense working to prove that they shouldn't be counted out, or even Coach Drink proving what he's building here at Mizzou. Something to Prove is a motto that has taken a lot of different forms around this locker room.
We're not trying to prove that individually we're talented. We know that we've had talent on this football team. We want to prove that collectively we belong in our league and can play better than we have and produce better results than we have. And it's, there's that component of hearing the noise and understanding that there's voices outside that don't believe in our abilities or what we could be or rankings and all that good stuff.
Well, John, we are hearing it all happen behind us here. Smoke is flying. People are getting into the stadium.
I think they saw me jump just now.
Right? I wasn't ready for it just yet.
No.
But the good news is, John, we have a breeze going. Yeah. Our temperatures are nice, and it's going to stay like that.
Yeah, certainly. You can probably see the smoke behind us kind of blowing in that breeze. It's out of the northeast, and that means cooler air is on the way. Take a live look at our ABC 17 Storm Track Doppler radar to the sound of those cannons behind us. We have high pressure off to our north and east. I'm going to drag this down a little bit. There you go. You can see Columbia in reference to that. That's where our breeze is coming from. We'll see that breeze settle down a little bit overnight tonight. And if you take a look at your temperature forecast heading into the evening, this shows you what that calm condition / clear sky environment will do for our temperatures. We fall into the 60s by 3 a.m. We're in the 50s as we head out the door early tomorrow morning. Take a live look here, or, well, a look, I should say, at our ABC 17 Storm Track Doppler radar. We are expecting, again, a quick cool down out of the 70s into the 60s is maybe before the game is over tonight. Those temperatures falling into the 50s early tomorrow morning. Some folks may be getting in on the low 50s. It's a crisp start tomorrow, but tomorrow afternoon it's going to feel mild, much like today. Our winds do start to pick up back out of the south throughout the afternoon and evening, but again, it's not enough to make us feel substantially warmer until the weekend. Let's take a look at what comes next, heading into, again, late Friday into Saturday morning. We're a little warmer to start Saturday. Looking at the beginning of next week, though, we've got more moisture working in with those south winds. That brings rain chances not only Monday, but Tuesday as well. That cold front rolling through Tuesday night. Let's get a look at our 7-day forecast real quick. We're talking about, again, warmer conditions, temperatures back in the 90s for Sunday and Monday. I don't know about you, Chanel. I'm enjoying the football weather. This is football weather for me.
Yeah, well, leading into Friday football tomorrow, you know, last week we had 8 p.m. kicks. Tomorrow we'll be back on time at 7 o'clock.
Thankfully.
Just really excited to see, you know, what this Mizzou team will be able to bring. We're excited to see which quarterback might step on the field first.
At this game or the next one?
Both? Okay. all of the season pretty much at this point. So yeah, a lot of big storylines coming tonight. Sports director Natalie Jones will be in there. She'll be getting all the highlights for us. The game will still be going on during our shows tonight, but we're going to bring you highlights on ABC 17 News tonight at 10 o'clock, so don't miss out.
Too often people choose not to file suit after a catastrophic accident. They're made to believe that they're being greedy or